Laughing at the back there, so let's try that again. Hello!
Hello!
Get in there. We'll work it out. My name is Ade. I'm from Weston-super-Mare. I want to tell you a little bit about my background. There's a big blue screen with a drum kit. There you go, it doesn't get any better. Keep on with that. Okay, we're in Burnham-on-Sea now. I used to work in Burnham-on-Sea. I live in Weston-super-Mare. But in Weston-super-Mare, we've got loads of these hipsters. Do you have hipsters in Weston? In Burnham, sorry? What did I say? Do you know what, with their unshaven faces and their vegan diets, their sawdust beds and their little tractor machines? But no, that's hamsters, isn't it? I'm thinking of hamsters. Damn things, get out of the way. So I'm from Weston, but I was walking down the Western Seafront the other day on a promenade, as you do, but there was a family on the seafront fighting. Do you get this in Burnham? No, it's much more posh, isn't it? But in Weston-super-Mare, family on the seafront fighting, it started escalating, they were getting their child involved, there's just a little baby, it started getting really ugly. Somebody called the police, and the police turned up and they tried defusing the situation, but then the man, he ended up nicking the truncheon off the policeman. And then the sausages were nipped by a crocodile. Go on, explain it to them, let them go across. So I've just been doing the kids stage over in the library and I haven't managed to get my script, so I'm off here. I used to be a teacher at Somerset Skills and Learning. Anybody recognise me from teaching? Thank you, yes, I thought I saw some faces. Okay, so on the drive down, it's not very far, I'll give you, but I was with my mate Liz and we were driving down chatting about what I was going to do today, when suddenly, police pulled me in. Just on the A38, so I pulled in, and he kind of strides up to the door, knocks on the window. I wind it down, like that, because there's a button, not a winder anymore. And he says, papers? I say, scissors, I win. And I drive off. But I was with my mate Liz, as I said, and she was a bit upset. Yeah, thanks for that. No, let's try it again. She was a bit upset. Yeah, she's a nice friend, so she's very upset.
Aww.
And I was very upset.
Aww.
Thank you. We were telling each other we were upset. I was upset because all the tinned milk in my house has disappeared. Apparently, it's evaporated. It's starting to wave. Look at there. Everybody's getting it. She was upset because she tried buying a romantic holiday for her husband. I thought, my romantic holiday, she was going to take him to Norway. To see the Northern Lights and everything, but she couldn't do it, which is why she was upset, because she couldn't fjord it. Norway, fjord, no, okay? Keep on going then. And then Liz admitted to me that she'd never blown off in front of her husband. For the adults in the room, that's farted, okay? She never farted in front of her husband. Ladies, have you farted in front of your husband? Oh yes, she goes, yes. Definitely. My wife, she does. But weirdly enough, when we first started dating, she wouldn't. And the odd one of mine used to sneak through, and I felt she was a bit tense about it. So my memory is, I was saying to her, no, go on, it's fine, it's funny, just fart if you need to fart, it's absolutely fine. Her memory is, I was begging her. Would you have married a man who was begging you to fart? I don't think that would happen. But now she does all the time, and they stink. Gents, have you got stinky wives? Not admitted, not safe enough, is it? That's why this is the dangerous place. No, she absolutely stinks, and they cling on, they're sticky ones. She could go to bed last thing at night, and then we'll wake up in the morning and it's still there at the bottom of the bed like a faithful puppy. What are we doing next, Daddy? My mum, she farts all the time. She can't bend over without farting. It's terrible. She's been banned from yoga. She can't go shopping in Tesco's unless she buys things here. She don't dare go down there. They threw away a load of meat last time she was in the meat counter. My dad does that classic pull my finger. Have you seen that? Pull my finger, pull my finger. I pushed it once, he shit himself. Sorry kids, pooed himself. Okay, is there anybody here from the 70s? Anybody remember the 70s? Anybody alive? Anybody from the 70s? Yeah. Starsky and that stuff like that, yes, remember things from the 70s that I haven't read. Do you remember when Lucozade was medicine?
Yes.
Yeah, it's now sports drink, it's not medicine. I used to look forward to actually getting ill. Dad, I've got a bit of a cough, can I have medicine, Lucas, eh? Jumping off the walls. Does anybody remember white dog poo?
Yep.
Those of you who don't, they used to put something in the dog food, or they've now taken it out, either way. But and back in the day, we didn't carry it around like a badge of honour, did we? Hey, I've got a dog. This is one of the things, actually, off script now, but I've got a dog, and when the dog goes to the toilet, does its thing, you get in there, and it's not pleasant, is it? Who's got a dog? One person admitting it, for those of you not. Right, if your dog fouls in the public place, or even in your garden, you now go pick it up, and it's not nice. And I've got a little Jack Russell thing, it's not real dogs, Jack Russell. And you pick it up, and it stinks, and you do that. And that's, for me, that's the worst part of the job. What I see, when I'm in Weston-super-Mare, is people who've done that bit, put it in the bag, and then drop the bag. Why? That's the easy bit. Carrying the poo to the bin, that's the easy bit. Picking it up, that's the bad bit. But back in the 70s, didn't have to do it, because if you leave the poo, it would turn into chalk. It would turn into white, solid, yes, you'll remember that now, don't you? And me and my sister, we used to go around and say, well, what should we do today? I know what, let's do a treasure hunt. What can we do with a treasure hunt? I know what, I'll get some chalk. Make some arrows with it. You go like that, there you go. Hang on, it's not working. We didn't know, different times. So there you go. What else we do? Oh, wait, my dad. Right, I've got 2 kids, an 8 and a 5-year-old. And when I was a kid with my dad, if I was naughty, he'd say, stop it, or I count to 3. I'm a bit more lax with my kids, I'm going to stop it, or I count to 5. Give them a bit more of that thinking time. I asked my dad the other day, I said, Dad, what would ever happen if you actually counted to 3? And Dad said, you know what? I don't know. You are such a good kid, I never had to. He said, what happens when you count to 5? I went, Dad, I know. If I have to count to 5, my kids, I cry. Where's the respect? What else you got there? The other thing from the 70s, Jim Will Fix It. Do you remember that? You might deny it now, but at the time, you wanted to be on Jim Will Fix It. There's not a person in this room who lived through the 70s without having written one letter to Jim Will Savile. I got off lightly, I think, in that respect. I wrote, Dear Jim, please could you fix it for me to be in Gary Gitter's gang? Lucky escape, I think, ultimately. Last page. Right, as I mentioned, I've got 2 kids. I'm married. We got married 7 years ago. I'm very lucky to have met my soulmate, the reason for my existence, my love, my 24/7. It's just unfortunate I met her after I met the wife. Well, how I got the wife, I had this plan, okay? If there's any single boys out there, you can have the single women, probably work as well. Go out with a non-smoker. Okay, this is the trick. You go out with a non-smoker, and then every time they fall asleep, get a little nicotine patch, put it on them. Just before they wake up, take it off. So that way, if they ever leave you, they get a withdrawal symptom. You're ahead of me. They mistake it for love and come back. It's brilliant. That's how I'm married for 7 years. I keep on saying these things, and my wife, she's not happy with that. She keeps on going, Ade, look, why do you do these things? Why do you keep on playing with my mind? I say, well, because you don't let me play with your tits anymore. Thank you very much. I've been Ade Bowen.